Mauricio Pochettino has said, where is it? I'm quoting here. You never know what happens. I'm open to everything. When asked whether or not he would at one stage, one day, take over managing the England national side.
Of course, it's open to anything. You can't get no job. So it's got to be open to something.
Before we talk about that, then, is this going to be Gareth Southgate's last tournament?
I think so. Regardless what happens, like if he wins it, if I'm him, I'm walking away because I've won it.
Yeah,
so
he won't win it.
Okay, but I'm just giving you an example. If he wins it, away he goes. If they don't do as well, then yeah, of course. I think he's been there enough. This will be his third tournament. He can walk away with his head held high. Did really well in the last World Cup to get him to the semi-finals. Got him to the final. Just wasn't meant to be.
In the Euros.
Yeah, I just can't see him standing on foot. Because what is he going to do after that?
No, okay. If he does go and we're looking for a new manager, Pochettino, open to the idea. Would you be happy if you woke up tomorrow morning, not tomorrow morning, but after the World Cup and found out that he was the new manager? What would your views be?
I guess I wouldn't feel either way, really, whether it's him or somebody else. But if he wants the job, I mean, it's surprising that he's still out of work because I know a lot of people really like him for the job he did at Tottenham, and rightly so because he did a really good job there. You're talking about a guy that he finished 5th, 3rd, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, got him to a Champions League final, did a really, really good job at Spurs. Maybe less so at PSG, even though he won the league there. I think when you're a manager of PSG, you get judged more on what you do Champions League. It's not, forget the league. It's all about Champions League, isn't it? And when you look at his record, 6 wins and 5 losses, that doesn't really scream great, does it? But when you start looking at who could potentially be the next England manager, and I know, and I've heard it firsthand that they would prefer a English manager to take over.
So in your head, for some reason, you think it's going to be Gerrard?
I'm not saying it's going to be Gerrard, but what I'm saying is they would prefer an Englishman really to take the job.
Would you be stunned if it was Gerrard?
No.
I'd be flabbergasted. You'd have to pick my jaw up from the ground.
But what I'm saying is that if he's the best of what's out there, then why not? Why would you not give it to Pochettino? Because he's been out of work for, I think he got sacked the back end of last season, the last game of last season. There's been a lot of jobs come up that he hasn't got. So the big jobs I'm talking, Chelsea and Manchester United. They were the big ones that were there. He was touted to get United for a while.
For a long time.
Didn't get that. Then Chelsea overlooked him, went for Potter, someone at Brighton. Villa's come up, Brighton's come up, Wolves there, Southampton.
I don't think Brighton and Villa, I don't think that's him, that's beneath him.
Oh, but why is it beneath him? This is what I don't understand.
Because those clubs you mentioned are the same type of level as Southampton. He's done that.
Villa are bigger than Southampton.
I'm not talking about the size of the club, I'm talking about where the club currently is in the Premier League.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a sort of Southampton role.
No, I'd say Villa's a lot bigger. It's a big. Well, look, okay.
I'm not saying bigger. I'm just saying the role. You've got different tiers of clubs. You've got tiers of clubs.
This is my point,
right?
And this is what annoys me when people say that. What you just said is that why is it too big for Pochettino to take that role, but Unai Emery, who's a serial winner, who's won many more trophies than what Pochettino has, took the job.
That's a very good point.
That's the thing that annoys me the most. That all of a sudden,
the only thing I can say is that maybe he wanted to come back to the Premier League.
No, it's a job. Unai Emery is a serial winner.
Yes.
He went to PSG, won the quadruple, domestic quadruple.
Yes.
So you're talking about a manager.
That's a very good point.
That was one more than Pochettino. Didn't feel the Villa job was beneath him. Took the job, but Pochettino turns his nose up at it. On what? What basis?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Would you have Pochettino then? Yes or no?
England?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not. I won't
don't
be
get too excited about it.
Just yeah.
Okay, all right, fine. And if not,
if Eddie Howe was available, I'd rather Eddie Howe than him.
See, I'm still convinced if they go to Eddie Howe,
no chance.
Don't you think that's the pinnacle for Eddie Howe?
No.
Manage your country.
No, yeah, but if he does well at Newcastle, that opportunity will come again.
That is true.
Do you know what I mean?
That is true.
Graham Potter doesn't do well at Chelsea.
A lot of sense. So usually going into the first break, I'll disagree with you at least 3 times. Not once
Potter,
yet.
if it doesn't go well for him at Chelsea...
Oh, we might disagree now.
Doesn't go well for him at Chelsea, that England job will come up again.
No, we're going to disagree.
You don't think you'll get that opportunity? He will, of course.
You can't go from Brighton, Chelsea, fail. And I'm talking about, you're saying if he doesn't do well at Chelsea.
Okay, but Southgate got the England job.
Yeah, but only because Big Sam.
He's not great.
No, but he wasn't first choice, you know that.
No, but I just think I think Poch could get it.
Okay, all right. Let's open it up, shall we? Who, if it's not Poch, and would you be happy with Poch?